and welcome to another episode of Conversation with a Chef. I'm Jo Ritty and I love sharing with you the conversations I get to have with talented and passionate chefs. It's the backstory, if you will, to the food they're putting up. I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the lands and airwaves where this conversation takes place, land which was never ceded, land where communities came together to eat seasonally, locally and without exhausting resources. I pay my respects to their elders past, present and rising. Today I'm talking to Dev Gandhi. I feel very lucky to get to talk to incredible chefs, most of them with many years' experience in the industry. And I often ask chefs what their advice would be to people at the start of their career. I've heard a lot of gems. It seems apt then, every now and then, to chat to one of these chefs who might appreciate that advice, someone who's just starting out, and to hear how things are going as they embark on their journey. Dev is one of these young chefs. He got in touch with me through Instagram to say how much he enjoyed Conversation with a Chef and to invite me to his inaugural Cooking Culture Connection event. I couldn't make it, unfortunately, but I could tell that he was passionate about what he was doing, and I invited him onto the podcast. Dev moved to Melbourne from India a year ago to study cookery at Le Cordon Bleu. Dev and I talked about what made him swap finance for food, as well as how it's all going now he has his Cert 3, is working on Cert 4, as well as working for Delaware North of the MCG and running his passion project, Cooking Culture Connection. We also talked about his childhood food memories and how inspirational his mum was and is in it all. Dev's eyes light up when he talks about food, and this was a lovely conversation. Hi Dev, how are you?
I'm good, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. And thank you for coming all the way to Port Melbourne in the rain. It's amazing.
I'm glad I have a car.
Yes, thank you. True. Yeah, that's right. I sort of, we actually just recently moved here like a month ago, and so it's all new for me, this area as well. And so I've actually never invited a chef to the complex before, so welcome.
It's pretty, it's very pretty from inside.
It is.
Outside is just traffic.
I know. Sorry, thank you.
Don't have to be.
A rainy Melbourne night.
Yeah.
So we were about to start talking before I pushed record, because I feel like you've got lots of things to talk about.
Yeah.
I had a look. You're running 2 Instagram accounts, your personal one, and then another one called Abioko.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Abioko is basically a baby that I grew in my hometown.
Yeah.
It started on my mom's birthday. 5th of Feb 2016, 17, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
So it means generally when you have a good meal and your stomach's like, and then you want to open your butt and just sit like that. That's what Abioko is. That's the feeling after you have really good food.
Yeah.
So I opened that just because I was doing finance in my hometown, doing bachelor's in business. But I got so bored out of it.
Yeah.
And so when I was 2 years down my college, I decided to pursue my passion for cooking, which was always kind of there. I used to love food. I used to love cooking for little occasions. But then I started thinking, you know what, I might be onto something. I need to start something. So I started posting recipes, started doing vlogs, kind of like that on Instagram. And then after 6 months of doing it, posting little recipes, and people started asking, there was a little community growing. Someone saw a post and randomly asked me if I could take an order, and I did not know how to take it in because I was just doing it randomly.
Yeah.
So that started, and from there, after 3 years, I hit 100 clients a month. That was big for me because I was doing it from home, and then I decided to come to Melbourne to do this professionally because I thought that I have something that I want to lose.
Yeah.
I love food. I love baking. I want to see this side of me where I am doing savory side, the culinary side of it, not baking or pastry. So I came here to learn. That's the kind of like my backstory. Not a brief answer, but a little long one.
And you went to Le Cordon Bleu.
Yes, I went to Le Cordon Bleu, Melbourne.
So was that, a year ago, or?
No, so I've done my certificate 3.
Okay.
I'm still doing my certificate 4.
Okay.
Currently at so basically I'm doing that, and I'm working side by side. I'm working with Delaware North for now.
Where's that?
That's the MCG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so like big scale catering.
Big scale catering, and currently I'm hired there as basically a CDP, and they're making me handle outlets. So we do production together in a very big kitchen, and then we go to our outlets. So I get to handle like one of the outlets. That's also a very new experience for me.
Yeah.
To actually manage something for the first time. Not just the food, but just this, like, just 2 or 3 people. But it's still new experience for me.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good for me for now.
That's
So,
awesome. And I was just speaking to someone, I've spoken to a few chefs recently, so I just can't quite remember which one it was, who said his advice for young chefs was to go to all kinds of different places. So the large scale catering, cafes, restaurants, all of that. So you're ticking boxes.
So the last place I was working at was, I think, one of the best places, the best chefs that I've ever worked with. It was like I said, I was working at Botanical Hotel.
Yeah.
I was working with this chef called Sam Hopkinson. I don't think I've ever seen such a calm chef.
Wow.
Because just before that, I was working at Bistro Theory in Hawksburn, and the chef, superb, very good, but he has his own way of doing things. He's French, Frederick, and I think he taught me discipline in 3 months. I wouldn't have learned it in even 10 years. The way he treated me, he treated food so wisely.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, like the standard just goes higher. Even if it's a bistro, he loves the food he's serving, and he would do anything for it. So that commitment for food came from there, and then I went to Botanicals, started from larder. I think that was one of the hardest sections for me because it was a lot of stuff.
Okay.
You were saying, sorry?
No, I was going to say, what is hard about larder?
So they used to do a lot of seafood.
Okay. Yeah.
Never filleted a fish before.
Yeah. Wow.
So for me, I had to learn that.
Yes.
So that skill was new itself, and like I said, Sam, he was so helpful. Doing, he's learned from Japan. So I'm not like, I don't know if you know this, but like Japanese chefs are very calm kind of people, and they're very patient with what they teach. So I think even if I might have slipped up so many times, he used to always say, Dave, listen, this is how we do it, this is the technique. So from there to in 2 or 3 months, he shifted me to pans, which is kind of like a big moment for me. Just shifting sections, but it was like I need to know how to maintain the section well in order to move on to the next level of it. So
what sort of things are you doing in that section? Is it hot?
Larder or the pan?
The pan.
The pan is hot. Just we're doing pastas.
Yeah.
We're doing seafood. There was a flat grill as well, so we're doing a lot of fish. Like we're doing John Dory a lot. We were doing Alfonsino, and in the larder we're doing kingfish and stuff like that. But I think just not the food, but just the way that they taught me kind of reflected in, like, because we all do long hours. So regardless, like, people work insanely in hospitality, and that is something that inspires me to do more, that a human can do so much. And so basically learning from that place was just not the food, but also the kind of chef I want to become. Because for me right now, I'm learning so many things. Even this conversation for me is like, am I like, not that I don't think that I deserve it, but just talking to a person who wants to know my story is so random for me right now. Because I'm like, I'm in a very different space.
Yeah.
I'm still learning so much, and you having so many good chefs on your page.
But I think that's interesting to hear someone at the start of their journey and to be reminded about some of those things, about what it's like to start out, and especially in a city like Melbourne where there are so many amazing restaurants, and there's a lot of food writing, and there's amazing chefs. So I think that it's good to be reminded about starting out and putting in the hard work. Because another point is that people watch MasterChef or a cooking show and think they can go from 0 to 100 really fast, and you've got to, as you say, you've got to put in the hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the journey is like, I've loved my journey. I never thought that I could work so long for like so many hours.
But isn't that regulated now? Should you be working for so many hours?
So I'm doing 24 for now.
Okay.
But at the same time, like it just came in July, right? That
Yeah.
we need to do 24 hours only. Before that, we had like unlimited hours. I've never seen Christmas in Melbourne. It goes mad, like, because it was so busy.
Yeah.
And I just think that it was one of the wildest experiences I've ever had. Like, I was at Botanical, and there were like two chefs in each section, and they had a separate menu going on. And I think generally the service goes on for 3 hours, and then there's a break, and then you prep and do the evening. This one went on for 6 hours. So it was like, and the pace never stopped. So the dockets were flying everywhere. I was like, how do you process this much? So I think the journey is so important to see that experience. Like, even to experience it as a third person, someone handling that, you see they're so capable of doing so much more.
Yeah.
Kind of that experience.
And you're still studying, you said?
I'm still
So how
studying.
many hours is that a week?
So I'm studying. Because I did my certificate 3 from Le Cordon Bleu.
Yeah.
And Le Cordon Bleu is big commitment. I think it's the first time I ever sat on the first bench for the whole year. Took notes every day. Saw so many different things, and after that I was like, I have learned a lot of it. And now I think what I need to learn while I was doing my placement was on ground, while you were on the job, because I learned a lot there. So I changed my college from Le Cordon Bleu to Acumen. There's a college in City, doing my certificate 4 from there. So the hours are like, I have 1 practical and couple of theory classes a week. So that goes to probably 2 days a week, 2 or 3 days sometimes. And then I get to work 3 days a week. And then I'm working on this personal project that I just started about cooking culture connection.
I know, so tell me about that.
So cooking culture connection is a very, very fresh baby. We just started it 1 month back. What the goal of that event is that we want people to come in together. We want to explain the culture. If supposedly I've chosen South Indian food, or if I've chosen the next event is Egyptian food, we want to talk about the culture. We want to set the table according to what it would be like in our heads for the things we're giving. We set menus, like 4-course menus, and then people come in, they get to meet each other, so they connect. There's already a common interest for food, and then basically they're meeting each other, they're talking about the food, and then we start playing little games where you talk to each other about your life and stuff. So you bond basically on a family dinner table kind of a feeling.
And where is it?
So right now we just started off, so we're doing it from our own homes. So we're setting up dinners for 6 to 8 people, setting a dinner table, and then people come in, and so that's in Docklands for now. So,
and when you say we, that's your friend?
my friend's, his name's Harsh. He is not into this field. He is into construction.
Okay.
But he's during COVID, he found this insane passion for food come out, because we all spent a lot of time at home.
Yeah.
So a lot of chefs were born during the COVID phase, like I said, and his passion is cooking, but he is stuck in a different job.
Yeah.
So he wants this to be the outlet of his passion. So me and him, he was my client in Ahmedabad, like where I come from, my hometown. That's India.
Which part of India is that?
That's Gujarat.
Yeah.
So that's next to Bombay. It's in
Yeah.
the west. So when I used to sell food there, he used to buy food from me.
Ah,
So that's how we kind of know each other.
wow.
But when I came to Melbourne a year and a half back, we connected once again. But he had this idea of, we can start something like that on small scale, because as a student and as an international student coming in, there's so much going on, like budget wise, and little things going on here and there, that you need to manage that time or commitment to do something new while your other things are going on. There's a job going on, there's studies going on, so I really need to be passionate to do this. So
you also need a lot of hours in the day, because
yeah, 24 is just less.
Yeah.
But we seem to manage it. Like, he is very helpful in his own way. He loves cooking food, and he really, like, we both respect each other's work, because he has this hustling mindset of I want to go and meet people. And even while I was coming here, I told him that I'm going to meet you, and he was really excited because he loves meeting new people.
Yeah.
So that's how, like, we started kind of thinking in similar sinking, that we need to do something about food. We want to do something where it's not just food, it's hospitality.
Yes.
Hospitality starts from a simple dinner table, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like, how you treat people at your home really shows how you treat people outside. So that's what we really want to deliver in this, that, you know what, like, I want you to feel at home, but at the same time you're going to be served some of the best food, and we're going to serve it with a smile and stuff like that.
And how do you, so are you doing like an entree, main and dessert, or
So for now we're doing 4-course menus.
Okay.
So there's basically canapé, and so basically a starting thing with a welcome drink.
Yeah.
That's our first course. Then that's where you get like the ice breaking session, where people meet each other, introduce each other. And then you shift to the dinner table, where you get your entree in like 15-20 minutes. Then people are eating, having a chat, and then we have like little play cards of questions that we want each other to ask. We have little notes, and we have a whole menu in which there's a description of each dish. So people ask us questions,
Yeah.
describe it. It goes on for like 45 minutes, and then the main comes in. And main is something that we've always decided it's gonna be, we're gonna keep big bowls.
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna get served, of course, but it's gonna be like a family thing where everyone gets to pick their food.
Yeah.
And so main course comes in, and then dessert probably after, everyone, we just ask everyone, do you want dessert now? And my specialty basically is desserts, because I used to sell it there. And he completely trusts me with desserts, so I do the desserts by myself. And so that's how the flow is. Basically the menu goes
And
through.
how are you researching so far you've had an Indian one.
South Indian,
so,
yes.
So that was a bit closer to home. But
Yes, yes.
And then for the Egyptian one, how have you gone about deciding what to cook?
Okay, so whatever we're trying to cook is something you wouldn't find in restaurants.
Okay.
It has to be solely towards like streets, local.
Okay.
But we're gonna give it a modern touch. We're not gonna change like the main ingredients of it. We just wanna make sure that when two ingredients combine, like they make sense together. It shouldn't be like garlic and milk, or, basically it's just not. It has to make sense. So we research the ingredients.
Yeah.
We research some of the dishes, and then we start thinking, okay, do we want to do fusion of two Egyptian dishes together, or do you just want to do this as a traditional one? So like we're doing koshibo. Like there's an Egyptian dish which is mixture of pasta, beans, lentils, and there's a spiced tomato curry that goes on top. So that's like a family meal that we're doing. And then we researched it, we saw that, okay, wow, this is how a lot of people in ancient times used to have their food, like, because everything's mixed together and everyone gets to eat everything because it's like a mixture of things. So we're going for that in our main course. Supposedly we find out which region is it from, so when people ask, we at least know, that what we're trying to do is going to give you a little piece of the history, or what that culture represents.
And is that from YouTube, Instagram, books? Where are you
Oh,
getting?
so this, we have recipe books, and we obviously Google some of it. We see how it is, and Instagram as well. So wherever I find, like even Twitter helps sometimes weirdly.
Yeah.
because there are so many locals talking about it.
Okay.
And I found it very interesting seeing that people talking on Twitter, even Reddit for that matter.
Yeah.
The people talking about so many things, and there are food pages on it.
Mm.
Even Facebook has some pages that they talk about all these things. So we try to get like different perspectives and make our own with that. Like, okay, this is the dish that we're gonna do.
Mm.
So that's for now. Like, we're still learning stage. We can make mistakes, but I don't want to stop this out of the fear that we're gonna be wrong. We're gonna like push it and try to get a big thing going on later.
And who's your clientele? How do people find you?
So for now, we're trying to use Instagram, and we're trying to go to meetups.
Oh, yes.
Basically, there are different types of meetups, and we go there, and basically we talk to the hosts that how do you kind of get people coming in. So that way we can network and tell people that this is something that we like.
Yeah.
That this is something that we're trying to give. So do you want to join in? So we're
But obviously they pay.
Yes. Yes. So they come onto the page if they're interested. They ask, and then they pay for the whatever. Basically, we're charging $30-$40
Yeah.
for the whole thing because we just started off.
Yeah, wow.
But basically, yeah. So that happens. Then we sometimes there are random people hitting us on Instagram. So that is also a lead. And we're trying to collaborate with other meetups as well who've just started off. So if supposedly someone's taking people for camping and they need food, right? So we can try and supply some food.
That's
that
a good
way.
idea.
So that way, like, people start knowing that we're doing this.
Yeah.
And like, it can be as basic as sandwiches or cookies, but it's just that they know what the story is, and some of us are like me or Harsh will be present there to explain what's going on.
Do you have to have a certified kitchen for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and as like I've done certificate 3, luckily. Now I have the food safety super like the
Okay,
thing.
okay, so yeah.
So I have the safety thing going on
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot to think about, isn't there, when you're doing these
Yeah,
things?
true.
But that's great. It sounds like you're really tapping into different markets as well. I mean, the camping one's an interesting idea. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna try. Like, we're trying to collaborate with different people who do
Yeah.
different meetups. That's
Yeah.
how like we have to shoot our shots everywhere, for now.
Yeah.
So people know about us, because once you're home, or once you know that you're on the dinner table, I'm dead sure that it is gonna be
Yeah.
perfect. But
Yeah.
before that, people are skeptical. Like, you're going to someone's home. How do you directly
Yeah.
come in?
Yeah.
But that experience, that mindset, once you're here, that changes.
Yeah.
And so that way it's slow, but it's gonna be. It's gonna take time, but we will grow out of it for sure. So yeah.
Gosh, well done.
Mhm.
So what would be your hope? Would you want to keep doing that kind of thing, or would you like to have your own restaurant, or what's your ideal?
So okay, basically my idea would be this is to create a community of genuine people, like, who really know what we're doing, and then later on, once we think that okay, the snowball effect has started, we can think about growing this into a small van. And if the van snowballs into something bigger, then we open another, like a small shop, a cafe. And then after a while, probably will take a lot of time, but once we research enough, once we know enough about what we're doing, we can think about opening a restaurant in the future.
Yeah.
That sort of a thing would be with Harsh. For me, I like Abioko. I wanna keep that going as well. But that would be more regarding not catering, I would say, but it would be more for parties, and that would not be hosting events. It would be more regarding the pastries I'm doing, or if I'm doing an event, I would want to cater them, and that would also be tapping into a different sort of crowd. This one's for food enthusiasts, and this one would be more like, if you're hosting something, you want this X amount of food.
Yeah.
So I want to do this.
Yeah.
The third thing is I want to do a job. where I learn everything I can so that I can give the other two meaning.
Yeah.
Because that's where the meaning comes from.
Yeah.
Me working somewhere, learning from a chef, and that's where I understand, okay, it's not just loving food, it's about how you treat it every day. It's so important to like know that once you're home, like once you're home from a busy shift, I can tell you 95% of chefs eat shit food
Yeah.
when they go home. But for me, it's like, okay, when I'm home, I want to make sure that I'm eating right. I'm making sure that I'm okay with my body so that my mind's okay to give out. So I'm trying to work on that routine where I can manage all the three and have a personal life at the same time.
Yeah.
Because all of this gives meaning to it, or else my day would be a little boring. Like I'm doing things continuously.
Yeah.
I have the time. I want to do it. Like you came from a job directly,
Yeah.
which is insane as well.
Yeah.
So like, like you're also. This is not work. This is
No,
something
that's
you
right.
like.
Exactly. That's it. And this is going back to your mum because you started Vyoko on her birthday.
Yes.
Is she a great cook?
Yes. Yes. I think that's like the magic happened when she made me like taste her food again and again. Then I started getting interested. I was like, wow, like this is not normal food. This is really, really tasty. And I give her major credit for the way they brought me up, because it's very frowned upon in India. If supposedly my dad does a business, right, and the whole family does the same business in India, and what happens is you're the next one. Like I'm the only child, so I'm gonna go in the business directly. That's gonna happen. So for me to break that pattern and come here was also a big thing. So my mom supported me very much in this, and her seeing that I love food, like defended everything. Like people coming in and putting shots on me that why are you doing this? Like even my own family telling me that you have a business going on, you shouldn't do this. But she was always protecting me with that layer. You know what? Nah, he wants to do this, he does this. Even if he like fails, whatever, let him do what he feels right. And I absolutely like that backing, that mindset that came like coming here. I needed someone to support me that way. So that mom, awesome cook, better supporter.
Yeah.
So that's like even dad for that matter. But yes, mom's like soft corner for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's some food that you remember growing up with?
Me, so we had this. I have this thing that every Sunday we used to meet at my mom's. Basically, my mom's mom. That's maternal grandparent, and we used to have this family meal going on where we had. There's a thing called potatoes, basically cut in form of chips and cooked with Indian spices. It's called chips nu shak. That's what it says. We have mango paste that's called amras, and we used to have basically semolina and water and baking soda mixed in. That's called dhoklas. We used to dip that into the mango paste and have it. Always used to overeat those things. That's why I gained the weight. But yeah, so basically that with some roti or bread, and having rice and a lentil curry, which was a kind of sweet kind of thing. So I remember this because every Sunday I used to overeat so much that my mom had to say, stop, you're gonna get food again.
This is not the last meal.
This is not your last meal. I'm like, Mom, I just don't know, I can't seem to stop. So that is probably like that meal itself was the one that I remember. And every time I go back home, the first and the last meal has to be this. Like I have this on the first time I like arrive back, and when I'm going, I have to have this.
Yeah.
So that, and my mom makes amazing red thai curry. Like coming from a hometown like in India, she has amazing cooking skills, not for Indian but like all these international
Oh,
curries. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Because I was not used to such stuff, and she made me taste it. And all her sisters love food, so they always like search up different things. And they come from an era where Google was not that much, so they used to find it in newspapers.
Wow.
Where like these are the recipes. And my basically my mom's dad has a whole folder of recipes. He's not like he died like in COVID, but he has a whole folder of the newspapers from 1960s with the recipes, and he cut it and he kept the folder with like 200 250 recipes, and those are not on the internet.
Yeah.
Those are like handwritten ones, and I'm like, I have that folder and it's so close to my heart.
Oh, of
Like,
course.
that's gonna be like, wow, it's like a golden mining thing.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
And that was so these guys had recipes coming in from there, and basically those things going on. So yeah.
Amazing. Well, that's good. You obviously come from a pedigree of food, and,
Yeah.
and you want to share that with everyone.
Of course. But I recently participated in the World Food Championship.
Yes. Tell me more about that. So, what is that?
So basically, it's a culinary event where there were several categories of food competitions. Like I participated in the vegetarian one, but there were like other things going on. So I had to apply online, and then these guys ask what your favorite dish is, what you know about it, and what's your inspiration of cooking. And then they decide the contestants according to, if they like the answer, they call you up, they tell you, okay, that this is what it is, and if you want to come into the top 10, you compete.
Okay.
And then basically I got into the top 10 of it,
Wow.
and I had to create dishes that come from across the world.
Mm.
So that's what the world part of it is. It's
Yeah.
not a culinary competition.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah.
It's a world thing. So they want something from every, like a culture or possibly a fusion of something around the world. So for me, I did not know this, but I like opened a book, started writing things, and made my own dishes in my head. And it was, I think, it was because of my first competition ever. I think it was a very good experience. I got the thrill of cooking in 1 hour. I know it's not MasterChef, but it was still the feeling of being ready
Yeah.
with 2 plates, with your own mindset. Okay, yes, this is the dish you wanted to do, and then being like, okay, this is what I wanted to do, and reaching that goal in 1 hour was like, wow.
And what did you do?
So first dish I did was a potato roasty, but it's a mixed vegetable roasty that I combined with cornstarch so that it gets really crispy. I make sure all the liquids out, and it was served with broccoli puree, roasted pumpkin infused with a little garlic, and orange slices.
Wow.
And that's also a dish that comes from back of my hometown, where one of my mom's sister made this dish, and basically that dish came around, and I kind of changed the things in it, but the feeling was the same. And second dish was probably one of the best dishes I think that I have ever done. It was a herb rosemary infused tart, basically green in color completely, filled with mushroom and cheddar custard, topped with like chives, spinach pesto, and there was a glaze of orange caramel on the bottom with some orange segments around it and zest. So that was
Sounds amazing.
that was a very good dish for me. So that was my World Food Championship. Like, experience was amazing.
Where was it?
It was in Melbourne Exhibition Arts Centre.
Oh, okay.
So it was.
So
in
who are they? Who runs that?
So this one is, I think it's run by people from the US.
Oh.
They kind of have not state, I think country that have state. Like, one of them is going on in Sydney right now, 30 and 31st August. They have one in Melbourne. So the people who win get a chance to go to Dallas for the World Food Championship in their category. So I think people are running it from there. but the chefs, I think that you might know John McFerrin. Not sure, but he won the seafood category last year for the world. He went to Dallas and he won $100,000 for winning that competition.
Wow.
So he was the judge this time, and very wise, very nice. He was like, he used to help me. You know, if I'm doing this, he used to ask me like, this is going on. So it was pretty cool. Like, I think me just experiencing that itself like gives me like bonus or practical points of doing it outside.
Yeah.
If I'm doing it at home, it's way easier. But when I did it in front of like,
Of
if 10
course.
people are watching me,
Of course.
it was, I thought that would be easy, but I was under pressure.
Yeah, of course.
Even in kitchens, you're behind. Like, you
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
like, people are not seeing you that way.
No, that's right.
So this one was like different, where people are seeing you, and I'm like, okay, my hands are not dirty. I'm just overthinking.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop washing your hands or
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Do you think you'll do more competitions?
I want to.
Yeah.
I want to participate in MasterChef, but I can't
No.
because I've done certificate 3,
Yeah.
and I don't have a PR here.
Mm.
So because of that, they don't allow us to participate.
Yeah.
So
I think there's a lot of other competitions though.
yeah,
for
I'm
chefs,
trying to get in as many as I can because I love the thrill from the first one. And I want to do
Amazing.
more, and I think that's where I can actually get all the information that I've learned outside on a plate.
Yeah.
So that's the goal. Hopefully more competitions happen. And yeah, I was like, I don't want to go for winning part of it. It's fine if I lose, but
Yeah.
it's just the experience that I get out of it. That's what matters to me, to be honest.
Thank you. Thanks so much for telling me all your story. It's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Conversation with a Chef with Dev Gandhi. I said in the podcast that Dev is running 2 Instagram accounts, but he's actually running 3. So you can check out all the goodness on at Dev Gandhi, that's DEVGANDHIII, at Abioko, which is ABBIOCCOO, and at cooking.culture.connection. And you can click on the link in that last page with the bio to find out more about the events that Dev talked about. If you liked what you heard and you want to hear more stories from other chefs, I'm on Instagram at Conversation with a Chef. You can read the chat and become a subscriber, which is good for me because I know you're there and I feel loved. And it's good for you because you can find out when the latest episode comes up. That's at www.conversationwiththechef.com. I'd love it if you told a friend about my chats, and of course you can follow me on Apple and Spotify podcasts. Once again, thanks so much for listening. Have a great day and bon appétit.